randomly, uniformly in search of paradise clarity, and this is the pile of etc. I have an empty cologne bottle, shades, thread, more thread, buttons, of course, eye drops, which are nearly empty, vitamins, fidget spinner, safety pin, purple pin, USB. Ask your doctor if shedding the up is right for you. Tape, an empty plastic bag, useful propaganda, a remote because where are we going? Bills and receipts, the pile of etc.
Randomly, usually the opposite of uniformity, but the shifts in time form a certain parity. With the gesture of buttons comes clarity.
rUiSoPC. I'm all over the place right now. That's why I showed you the pile of etc. I have so many things going on, and I'm trying to streamline those thoughts. I'm going to read something I wrote a year ago called Calendar Vocation, because it similarly speaks to some of what I'm feeling. The metrics upon my thoughts land in a planned dream. You appeared in a multicolored dress. I confess it was tempting when you came my way in the midnight gray, when you suspected my thoughts were distant, reminded me of our touch, which subconsciously I missed very much, even as long ago weeps for a much desired sleep. Action is misplaced on the table of distant seas, waters placing us apart, while the heart attempts to start. My standing still wishes for you to move near, to alarm my every symphony so that my vision can hear the words spoken back then. I still understood when we lived in the same neighborhood. I neglected the requested chance. I was too nervous to dance, embarrassed by your movements and step. I kept all of my rhythm enclosed until the water flowed to the seeds. I then arose, froze, but dripping, to the splendid occasion wherein this invasion became translucent. Upon the metrics of these same thoughts, this summary of a melodic swoon, my fullness was regarded as the moon, walking like MJ backwards to the stolen tune, yet we sang with fascination, admiration, and rightful sensation. Memories restores faith and hope. The contradiction in this is that memories need not be rushed to be created. Calendar vocation. Beyond calendar vocation is a need for me to develop my calendars ahead of time. And I think that's been the biggest lesson I've learned in regard to my creative output, and also just what I do to maintain a healthy spirit and mind, is to stay in tune with the creative process and to stay in tune with everything that is speaking to me. And I hear inspiration from all forms of existence. It's not even something that I expect sometimes. Of course, you're just going about your day and then something can come up and you have to deal with it. And I take any of those moments as moments of interrogation, of introspection. Nothing that I experience is disregarded. Anything in life can be a teachable moment, and I aim to frame that name. And one of the aspects of this project, regurgitation of information, is me having to read what I said in the past and creating a new poem out of the existing poems that I've written. And a lot of my poetry is filled with what I like to call rhyme slime. So I'm rhyming very excessively. I had somebody told me recently that my poetry is similar to someone being in a journey with the other person. They're just as confused as the driver, because they don't know where you're going, but they trust that you're going to get there in spite of your, I mean, he didn't say it exactly this way, but that's kind of how I interpreted it. Like, poetry is obviously subjective, and sometimes people can get lost in the abstraction because it's not specificity, which is what a lot of people desire. And I enjoy specificity. I am searching for specificity. That word is just, it's kind of itchy, right? I feel like itching now. Specificity, but something that is clear, translucent, something that is so, it just kind of falls off the tongue. And, you know, I was born in New Orleans, and New Orleans is known for its suave and its just ease. That's something that I've always considered very signature, right? It's just like saying what you say and the disarray, you know. Anyway, I felt the need to just kind of talk about regurgitation of information. I am going to start making more videos about it. It's a project. I've made various projects, and I've been thinking about these after reading my own book that I wrote 3 years ago this year, Paradise Clarity. The next volume is coming out pretty soon. I release these poems every 7th of the month. So the 7th, the 14th, which is today, the 21st, and the 28th. And so I'm working on the one I'm going to release today. And I've also gone back to make a commitment because I started to do this last year, but I stopped. I will continually post the audio versions of these poems because I think people should listen to these poems as I speak them. It's like you're in a car and there's a chauffeur. You don't know where they're going. You just were set up for this meeting, and you have to trust that they're going to take you to that destination. And I appreciate those who have followed along and have read my poems and have engaged with my writings. It's something that I do appreciate. Anyone taking the time to read what I wrote, to listen to what I have to say, it means a lot to me. And regurgitation of information is just another example of words and concepts that I hear. I am on a journey searching, and words, concepts, but overall expression. And I do find joy in the abstraction. And obviously buttons for me is another extension of that. Sound, fabrics, colors, textures, all of the things, ASMR. I'm trying to develop, or I am developing, and I want to share more of that development. And it's all about understanding the necessity and aligning your spirit. So I wanted to make this video, and I made the video. Here's the video. I say that all the time in these videos. I wanted to make it. It's like, here's the thing I've been trying to say. So if anything, I am thanking all of you who have engaged and have followed and kept up with my journey here online, Paradise Clarity, and just all of the writings and videos. More to come. And yeah, I guess this video is coming from gratitude. Like, when I think about it, it's like, you know, I'm also acknowledging the vulnerability in it too, because I've done it for a long time and I don't always think about how it's impacting others. And I always want to share something that can be of service to someone and can help someone see or think or even challenge what they're hearing, because all of it is a part of this experience. So I'm appreciative of everyone. And yeah, buttons, blessings.